My name is Mark, and my company is motorcartrader.com. We buy and sell European sports cars, some American cars as well. As you can see, here's our little shop. And here we have a very special car, one of my favorite E-types I've had. I've bought and sold probably close to 300 of these cars and have really gotten to fall in love with them. This one I like especially because it's very unique. This car I purchased from a gentleman who purchased it in 2023, and he had the car and sorted out the car. His neighbor owned the car since 1971, so it was the same owner from 1971 to 2023. He was not the original owner in 1971. The original owner owned the car. I think he put about 700 miles on it. He then sold it to his good friend because his wife did not like the manual transmission, and so he ended up buying a sedan. So he sold it to his friend in 1971, and he had the car to 2023 till he sold it to my client, who I purchased the car from probably about 6 months ago. So a really great car, 26,000 original miles. Now this is a true survivor Jaguar E-type. It doesn't have great paint. If you're looking for perfect paint, this is not your car. If you're looking for a car that doesn't have any rust, this is not your car. It does have some rust because it is original. It was in Pennsylvania all of its life. It was first sold at a dealership just outside, or I think actually in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and it stayed there its whole life. So it does have some body work here and there, probably about 70 to 80% original paint. These are the original colors. It is a matching numbers car as per the Jaguar Heritage Certificate. It drives exceptional, runs and drives exceptional. Let's walk around it as I keep on talking. The compression across all cylinders is excellent. It's 155 across all 6 cylinders. I will have pictures of this as well. The original color was light blue with black interior. It was originally an air-conditioned car. The air conditioning does not work right now, and the radio does not work either. But it was 2023. My client bought it, did a bunch of work to it to make it a great driver. Of course, replaced the tires, belts, hoses, brakes, had the carburetors rebuilt. Runs excellent. But let's take a look at this car a little bit closer. As I said, this is original paint. Now these cars, Jaguar E-types, when they were first made, people didn't think they'd still be on the road 50 years later. They made these cars to use and to drive. So this one has been driven, it has been used. Not a lot, 26,000 miles, but it was a car that was driven. Now, I know there's a lot of cars out there with exceptional paint that are said to be original paint, original low mileage cars. I don't know how true that is, but this is an honest car. So let's take a closer look at this car here and look at some of the imperfections. Like I said, if somebody is looking for a perfect car, this is not your car. This is a survivor car. This is not a show car. It has some wounds not wounds, I would say just wear marks from its life. You see a couple touch-up marks there. Chrome is kind of worn. I've always had a philosophy of telling people the truth about cars and being as transparent as I can. People may not want to buy cars from me because of that, but I'm going to be as honest as I can with all my cars because I get to know them real well. I drive them quite a bit. So right here, you can see the original primer. I don't know what spilled here, but it went through the paint. It is all, I think somebody cleared this at one time. So it is all very nice and shiny. But you will see some wear marks on the car. This car does not need a restoration. This is for somebody who appreciates originality and wants to drive the car as is. Of course, the next person can decide what they would like to do with it. but in my opinion, it does not need a restoration one bit. This is the last time it was registered prior to my clients purchasing the car and his mechanical refresh, which was done. It has the original wheels. There was newer tires placed on it. Berdenstein tires, radials were placed before I purchased the car. Look down the car, we'll look inside in a minute. Here are the original wheels. Just recently acid cleaned. But you will see more marks from original wear on the car. So again, this does not mean this car needs to be painted. It's just the nature of the beast, or the vehicle. I'm going to call this car a beast. The chrome, you can see some surface pitting going on. Of course, there is the fuel filler. And you'll see wear marks, not from abuse, just wear from being 55 years old. And there's a lot of 55-year-olds that look really good. Congratulations to them, but we all have our wear marks on us. I'll have pictures of the underside also on display. Here are the wheels. They're in great original shape. Some wear on them, of course. There is a dent right here. I do not have an elaborate story for how this dent got here. I could probably make one up and embellish one, but I won't. I don't know how that got there. It's been there for a very long time. It looks like this side, the rocker panel was replaced. You can see this brake. This is where the rocker panel separates. So I'm sure that rocker panel was replaced at one time, or at least this section forward. But we can go back and look at the same. The paint wears, it's even throughout the car. And the front wheel looks excellent. This has what I believe is the original spare tire, spare wheel. That's also pictured in the gallery, and the spare tire compartment is solid. See some touch-up areas. Some touch-ups were done. This car was made to drive and made to stay on the road. I don't think it was driven year-round with the low original miles on it. But let's take a look inside the car. This is original interior, original carpeting, original headliner. As you see, there is some sagging there, which is developed shortly after I purchased the car. I didn't see it when I first bought it, so it must be the change in temperature, because I don't know if it was in a climate-controlled garage or not, but I have air conditioning here in North Carolina, as we all do, so this car has been spoiled for a little bit. We put new door panels on the car. Door panels typically on these original cars don't last, so bought new door panels and replaced them. This does have the original steering wheel. Put a smaller diameter steering wheel like we do with a lot of these cars. As you can see, there is the mileage, just turned 26,100. I'll be doing a driving video and get those miles up a little bit more. And I will be driving this car quite a bit because it is very enjoyable to drive. And oil pressure is excellent. And we will have a walk around when the car is running. The air conditioning does not work. As opposed to repairing the air conditioning system, somebody might want to go with a classic auto air system, because by the time you get all the components and everything, it would probably be about the same expense, and you'd have a better working air conditioner with the classic auto air. So seats are really in great shape. They're not dried out. There's no tears. Fading here and there. I did not have any dye work done to this. This is the way I got them. I got the interior. I received it, should I say. But just really nice. inside, black interior. It's very nice for taller people because some of the foam has been worn and the diaphragms are still sturdy, but you actually sit much lower. Had one taller gentleman sit in this and was actually quite comfortable. They did put speaker grills back here behind the driver's side seats. The luggage compartment is also in excellent shape. Here's one of the original tag, the door tag, and we also have the tag as well on the A-pillar. So let's look underneath in the engine compartment. Everything shuts, opens nice. Might as well look back in this hatch area. Very nice and clean. As I said, underneath the spare tire compartment is solid. You can always tell the original floors on the spare tire compartment on a E-Type. They have like an original sort of scaling insulation on the bottom that really can't be replicated. So a lot of those floors were replaced for reasons that these didn't really seal that great, and water found its way into the spare tire compartment. So let's look underneath the bonnet. Oops, almost dropped the camera there. I don't do a lot of takes. If it works, it works, and almost dropped the camera. So it's still working. So carry on.